Okay, in this video I'm going to show you just a little overview of how the BevTV dashboard works. You will have received a link specifically for your brand and for your campaign. When you arrive here, you'll see kind of the initial chart here. There's two things that are charted here. This is the number of impressions each day and the number of taps or engagements you had for your product. So if we ran an ad, let's say for 5% of the time, you can actually see each day, if we showed this, 200,000 impressions here, this is how many times that day it got interacted with. So as we spend more impressions each day, or as we're getting a bigger share of voice, we should see more engagements. This is a great example of how we push the engagements up and we actually got more, push the number of impressions up and we got more engagements because of that. So you can go to the top right here and actually filter that by the last 7 days, and see what, and you'll always see the date below, or you can even look at the whole year and see what the results are there. And you can always hover over any of these data points to see exactly what the number is. I'll leave it on last 30 days and move on down the page. So now we've got the total ad plays. This is how many times an ad played across the entire network and the stores that where advertisements are being run. So if you had one ad that played on 10 screens, that counts as 10 ad plays. So this number shows how many times we played the ad in total across all the screens. And this number here shows how many times the ad was seen by people in the stores, in the locations where we advertise. So you'll notice this number, we have to play it almost, 3 times to get it to be viewed once by someone. So that's just knowing how many people are in the store, who's in the aisle. This is kind of showing how many people did we actually reach with that play. Moving down, we have the next number is how many people total in this 30-day time period that actually tapped on the ad or engaged with your product in some way. And this last number is just showing the click-through rate, which is really just this number divided by this number. So the industry average is 0.05%. So we can see that this particular advertiser is doing a little bit lower than industry average. This gives you a benchmark. If you're in 0.07 or you're in 0.1%, would be some great numbers to hit. It's showing how effective are your ads. Are you keeping shorter ads and they have maybe a button on them where people can click or it engages with them, or maybe the text on the screen tells people to come over and tap on the ad. It's trying to get people to engage with your product. So you may just be showing an ad just to get brand awareness, and that's fine. That's where you can see the total impressions. But if you're looking to get engagements, this will kind of show you how effective your ads are being at actually engaging the customers. Move down the list here. We've got a chart here called Shopper Trends Top 100. And this is looking at the same time periods if we're on the last 30 days at the top. In those 30 days, what are the top 100 products that are being viewed on the displays across the whole BevTV network? Not all of these advertisers, not all of these brands or products are advertising on the network. Some of them are just organically showing up higher on the list. What's great about this is it shows you where you fit kind of on the list. And if we were able to run ads, for the month of February, would we see an increase? Would we basically see your product show up higher on the list and, to get to that top 100 slot? So if you're wanting to look for your product, you can kind of just scroll down and you'll see the entire top 100. If you do want to do a search, you can hit on a Mac, you can hit Command F, or on a PC, you can hit Control F and just search. We'll look for barefoot and we'll find out there's barefoot Merlot. This month in the last 30 days has had 12 views, 12 scans, and it's number 45. So do a search for your brand, see where you show up on the list, and you can also track that month to month to see if you can help improve that with additional advertising. This chart on the right shows you the results by location for the campaign. So if you ran across, this advertiser is running in 49 locations, we can then see how many impressions that brand is getting per location. And you can also see which state that store is in. So this is the store name. So there's Meyer Store 20, and it got this many impressions during this time period. And you can scroll all the way down the list and see every single store that this campaign ran. The other thing you can do is click on the Browse All Available Locations, and this will take you to a full location list of BevTV, and you can actually explore those stores. So you saw Jack's Buford was there. That's because they have 16 tablets. This is Jack's coming in Georgia, and you can click into each of these stores and see more information about that particular store. Back on the campaigns here, you can go to the Audience tab, and you'll actually see a little bit of information about who your ads are being shown to. So this top chart shows the dwell time in minutes, so you can see kind of average dwell time across the last 30 days. And we can even see a demographic of what kind of age groups we're seeing in the stores that you're advertising, and even the gender male-female split. So check out those couple links